Okay, I'm here at the brew house about to sample our Red Grapefruit IPA, which is in this fermenter conditioning right now on CO2. CO2 is what gives beer its bubbles. It does contribute to mouthfeel and flavor a little bit. So it's an important ingredient, and we love carbonation in our beer in America. So I'm about to give this a sample. I'm going to start packaging it up as well. So we're going to package probably 25 sixtels. A sixtel is 5.2 gallons. We're going to yield about 25 kegs out of here, and we distribute our beers to local bars and restaurants around the Charlotte area. So if you're in the Charlotte area and you're interested in getting it, let your server or your bar manager or the owner of the company know that Brew Feed is distributing, and we're about to release our Red Grapefruit IPA, and I'm going to give it a little sample here. You can see it's got foam, it's carbonated, it's already went through the process. This device is called the Bubble Butler by Wild Goose Filling, and it carbonates our beer, basically controls the process, which sets certain parameters and let the beer condition overnight. And by the time we get in the next day, it's usually done. Usually takes about 6 hours for it to be complete. And then it just holds steady until we come in to package it, and then we turn it into packaging mode where it just pushes CO2 from the top, gives us a little head pressure so we can keg our beer. So let me taste this. So let's start off with appearance. It's red. It's an amber red. So that's the appearance, amber. The nose on this is straight up grapefruit peel. We use fresh, real grapefruit peel when we brewed this beer. Put that into boil at the end of the process. A lot of the hops that I use when I actually created this recipe from scratch, kind of engineered it the way I want it to be. A lot of the hops that I use have grapefruit character to it. I went with a red ale because I think a red grapefruit has that little bit of hint of caramel to give it a different flavor than a regular grapefruit. So I wanted a red grapefruit IPA to go with the red grapefruits. And I use a rye malt because rye malt adds a little bit of a bitterness that's more similar to the bitterness in a grapefruit, in my opinion, than the hop bitterness. So I added some rye malt in here to give it that grapefruit-like bitterness character. So that's the nose. The nose is very grapefruit forward. A little bit of amber, crystal, caramel kind of notes. Those amber malts those crystal-like malts are created so that they give the beer a little bit of a caramelized sweet flavor. It gives it the perception of sweetness so that when you drink it, it balances out the bitterness. Also, the malt adds a little bit of malty-like sweetness to it. And when I say sweetness, I'm not talking about like pouring sugar in the beer. I'm just talking about residual sweetness from the brewing process that the yeast didn't consume all of the ingredients. Plus, that crystal malt doesn't really get consumed that much by the yeast. It leaves a lot of that caramel-like character in there. So imagine having a red grapefruit, and sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top to balance out the bitterness. That's what you're getting here. Red Grapefruit IPA by Brew Feed, the original recipe brewed by us, designed by us. Red Grapefruit IPA coming to the market soon. Brew strong and feed well.